Legion, it's Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Surviving Mars in our Shadow of Elysium Redux series. Quick shout out to any Chicago area viewers who have been on the channel for a while or are new to the channel or are watching this and are new to the channel after I recorded it, because I just spent the past 4 days and 5 nights in your beautiful city with my girlfriend and had a great time. It's the first time I've been there in a couple of years, and I could honestly spend the first 10 minutes of the video or more. I could spend the entire video talking about how good of a time we had, but I just wanted to give you guys a quick shout out because I love your city. Last time I went, I did not have someone to enjoy it with the way that I did this time, and so I got to see a lot more of it than last time, last time was more purely for work. So it was really good to get out there and have a good time in the Chicago area. So I just wanted to say hello and tell you guys how much I appreciate you. Let me begin this episode. We're going to stay paused for a minute because when I was watching the end of the last episode and really thinking in terms of what I wanted to do to make sure that this colony does well, I noticed that we have an issue, and I really started digging into supply chain kind of things that I wanted to double check. Because in watching the last few minutes of the last video, I noticed, wait a minute, do I have a problem here? And the answer is very simply, yes, I do. These, I mean, all you really need to do in order to see the problem is to look at these 2 rows of gray hexes. This is the transport range of this drone hub. This is the transport range, excuse me, of this drone hub. Do you see the issue? This machine parts depot is completely out of range of this drone hub. So the machine parts depot is pointless to have there. And there's a few things beyond that that I want to point out to you, but we want to go ahead and put machine parts depot in that, and let's also do a metals depot and a concrete depot right there. While I'm thinking about it, let's also throw down some dumping sites in the area because I want to make sure that these... Alright, I need to clear that one. Let's put in a bad spot. I'll mess with that later. Oh yeah, especially out here. Let's get that taken care of. And we want to make sure that machine parts can make their way out here. Now there's one thing I can also do, and I'm very excited about this. I want to go ahead and delete these 2 depots. I want to say that I want to request that a desired amount of 5 of every storable resource is brought here. You know what? Let's go... Let's be even more urgent about it, and let's say 10. Alright? Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to say, yes, I do want you to store fuel here. That's fine. I don't want you to store electronics, because we don't need electronics out here. I don't want you to store rare metals. Don't want you to store food. Metals and concrete are fine. So this is a metals, concrete, polymers, machine parts, and fuel universal depot. That's something that I didn't know you could do until I started looking into this issue. We're going to do the same kind of thing out here. I don't need there to be food stored or drones to do any work transporting food from this universal depot. So we're going to get rid of that. Same with the rare metals. And fuel can stay, machine parts, even electronics. Again, I'm going to shut that down. It's not necessary. I want those to get brought back to a more centralized location so they're not stored somewhere that I can't... Well, hang on. I might eventually have something up this direction, so it may be that having some electronics there could be good. But food and rare metals, for now, don't want it. Metals and concrete, sure. And again, we're going to set the desired amount to, let's say 5 there. Next over. Now you're starting to see what I'm looking at here, hopefully. I want to make sure that just all the drones in the supply chain have access to these resources. Alright, so those are all in range. Got a couple of metals depots, a couple of machine parts. Now, next one over. Doesn't have access to anything, but... So these drones will... Yeah, these drones from this drone hub will not be able to reach these resources. That's actually a little annoying. I might need to move these as well. because we've got a good amount of resources being stored there, and I'm not sure I like that. Especially when you consider that there's room to put these farther over. Yeah, see, there's a triple overlap here. Put the storage, this storage area, yeah. See, this is why I'm doing this. Just making sure we have all of our efficiencies set up. This is a triple overlap. So, let's see, best location would be, let's do a universal depot. And what's that, a concrete depot? Eventually I will need concrete depots when waste rock liquefaction kicks in. For now, I'll just do that one concrete depot there. So we're getting rid of those two universal depots and moving those. Now we got the game paused because we do still have domes without life support. We have a water production problem. And with that in mind, I'm actually going to take Ditmar number 1, which has some rare metals on it, and we are producing more. But I'm going to go ahead and say, you get moving. I'm giving the order for that rocket to launch right now, because we're not going to wait. And then, when looking at my research projects for the next little bit, I got really excited because I realized that I had missed this. Factory amplification is available to me. Now, I want adapted probes for sure, because that'll help me unlock additional robotics or physics technologies, excuse me. Deep scanning, I want finished. Martian patents, I would like as soon as possible. Matter of fact, I might even want that before deep scanning, because I don't have any deep mining technology available to me yet. Yeah, let's go ahead and say Martian patents, like right now, is what I would like. But then I'm going to go ahead and turn off that Martian patents. And I'm going to say factory amplification after that. Because that will help me make sure that we're producing just a little bit more at my current factories. And can hopefully help the colony get off its feet. Get off its knees, really. That's the way I should put that. And make sure that we don't have any more dire situations, especially the next time we have a cold front rolling in. So I think that should address our supply chain issues for the most part. Machine parts, we have a desired amount of 10 of each coming, that's fine. This guy's currently bringing metal back, that's fine by me. And we have an RC Explorer. Do you have anywhere you can go? No, we're almost done scanning up here, so deep scanning, it's going to be time, and I hope we find a deep deposit, but we would also need the ability to, you know, to get water from the deep deposit. So, going to have to be very intentional. I think it's a robotics technology that does that. So we are going to have, we're going to have to be very intentional. Also, why is that still there? I thought I removed that. Martian. All right, now it's gone. Martian patents, factory amplification, deep scanning, and dome bioscaping. Yeah, I could say, in order to get a new physics project unlocked, you can go for these. I'm just looking for projects that I can focus on in this area. Dome bioscaping is good for comfort, but I'm going to take that away because we need to focus on technologies in these trees. Automated storage would be nice too, because we're going to be, especially once I can convert all of that waste rock to concrete. Let's see. You know what? I'm just going to keep it with those four for now. All right. So with that being set up, factory amplification is going to take a while to get going. But let me also do a few other things. I want to make sure, I was thinking about efficiency, and I actually am going to go ahead and delete some of these wind turbines. Because these wind turbines are sucking up machine parts pretty quickly. And I want to make sure that I am only building wind turbines that I can support. So these I'll leave. And we have some polymers with which to upgrade our wind turbines. We don't have any rockets on the ground right now. We have a rocket on the way with passengers, and we have a rocket that we are sending off to Earth. And that will bring some supplies as soon as it gets back. We might even finish Martian patents before then. Well, no, we won't. That's a 3,000 research tech. Which reminds me, We have the Hawking Institute over here that I want to go ahead and open up a second shift for. And also, let me go ahead and build... Well, new polymers there, or a new apartment complex there would suck up my polymers. You know what, that's fine. Let's go ahead and do that anyway, because we need room for additional residents in this dome, for sure. And now we can go ahead and unpause. So you can immediately see the drones go to work. That's good to see. Whoa, hello. There goes that random blackness again. Actually, I forgot to do a video card driver update to see if that was the issue. There is a video driver available. I forgot to obey that notification. So yeah, we do have these water extractors which require some machine parts. What I'm hoping is that what we're seeing right now represents a genuine... you know, changing of the guard. Maybe that's not the right terminology to use, but we just want to have better performance from the drones. It's like there's a whole new set of drones. It's a changing of the guard. But we need to get these water extractors repaired so that our water situation gets better. So these drones are coming here. Now, one thing I can do... hang on. Alright, you have 12 drones. You have 10. You have 8. Let's say you only need 6. You have 16. Let's say you only need 14. You have 16. Let's say... yeah, that's fine. I'm alright with that, actually. Just looking at which... yeah, these guys here, this is where a lot of the machine parts might arrive. Let's actually put... yeah, 16 there. I might request new drones before long, because I feel like part of the supply chain in the game, too, is just having enough drones to where everything that needs to get done by drones in a particular region, well, gets done. Alright, I'm noticing that my... yep. My RC transport doesn't have anything to do. Let's create a transport route here. Load metals. Bring them back here. Perfect. Now again, we have 22 colonists coming down. They're going to land here at these locations. Looks like our rare metals extractor is in need of some love as well. That's unfortunate, but we'll make do. Now we do have some machine parts being produced. Let's take a quick look at our shifts and see if there's anything we can do to improve this situation. It's factory amplification that's really going to solve the problem. I can open up these shifts at the polymer factory, perhaps, because we have some new colonists coming down. I'm going to open up these shifts as well. So the Martian University is training graduates. Alright, so hang on, does that mean what I think it means? Are machine parts getting stored out here yet? No. I saw the life support notification go away and I got really excited. But we are starting to see some waste rock get moved around, which is good to see. I know that's creating a bit of a drain on my water situation, but I want to make sure I have plenty of fuel for the rockets that are going to be landing. So we'll have both of those running. Now these, I want to go ahead and just clear. And you need to land right there. So 22 new passengers coming down. Now have we forbidden seniors in the domes that count? Yeah, seniors are not allowed in that dome. What about in this dome? Yeah, one of the issues that I'm having here is that I have to make sure that I disallow seniors. From the original 3 domes. So that as soon as people age, they leave. You can't just encourage seniors to come this way. You have to... See, I can even encourage middle-aged colonists to come this way if I wanted to, but I don't want to do that necessarily, because that might potentially pull colonists away, and I don't want to pull them away. I want them to stay at jobs that could potentially be useful to me. Okay, now, yeah, Victor number 1 is not set up to export, and I don't want it to be. So 22 new passengers have arrived. Looks like they're distributing themselves between some of the available domes. We have 3 domes at the moment without life support. We're going to have to send some machine parts down as soon as possible. Believe me, by the way, I've tried to be more micro with the RC transport in my own gameplay. And I've tried to use the RC transport to intentionally move like 1 or 2 machine parts this direction. Not literally in this colony, but, you know, if I needed to get machine parts from one end of a colony to another, all right, there's the rare metals funding export. I would try that with the RC transport, but the issue is the drones still steal stuff, even from the back of the RC transport. It's insane. So I'm just trying to make sure the drones are set up to do everything on their own as best as possible. So let's see, a cargo rocket. It's really just a bunch of machine parts I need to order, frankly. That's what I need more than anything. Some additional food could be useful just to make sure no one dies, but those colonists just landed with 22 more food. So there's that, which reminds me, let me check my farms, because I might have some farms. Oh yeah, this farm here is not even really set up for an extended lifespan. All right, so there's that. How are we doing over here? Perfect. All right, so I'm actually going to cancel these cover crops. We're going to put some potatoes in place there instead. Soil quality 100%, same thing. Put some potatoes in place. It's going to start those crops over, but I'm okay with the current amount of food that I have, and that will make things a lot better. All right, machine parts factory. I'm going to open up these last 2 slots. I'm going to open up a few more slots at the electronics factory. I'm going to put that on high priority so that people feel more compelled to work there. Or I could just lower all of these. No, I need these running. I do need them running, so we'll leave that as is. Yeah, the living quarters here, eventually I'd like to replace with apartments. Matter of fact, I can go ahead and do that now that I have these set up. Yeah, let's do that. Well, no, let's not. Once I have more polymers, I'll do that. I just want to make sure we can build those as soon as possible. Well, not going to hurt anything. So a drone will hopefully come in soon and clear that. Hopefully that's what that one's doing. Yep, there we go. And now those apartments will go down. So we have a couple of new apartment buildings being set up. Oh, hey, our metals extractor also needs some machine parts, so I'm glad we ordered those. They're on the way. 3 domes without life support, unfortunately. We're waiting on Victor number 1 to refuel ASAP. How are we doing on machine parts? Still nothing heading out this direction, sadly. Even though we've ordered the stockpiling, you don't see any machine parts. This is what I'm talking about. They're just not getting out that direction. No machine parts here. Yeah, all resources basically need to be stored here, except maybe fuel. Don't need to... Well, let me think. Yeah, we don't need to store fuel at that one. We don't even need to store food at this one. Or rare metals, for that matter. That's not needed. Yeah. Okay. So our current wind turbines, this is part of the issue. Let's go ahead and put them on medium priority. But we have so much going on that requires machine parts over here that we're not producing enough machine parts to get the spare ones over this direction. So we're definitely going to land the rocket. We've had a death in the colony. What's this? Dehydration. Yeah, that's going to continue until this rocket can land. We're going to land this rocket right over here. Not going to waste any time. The number of domes without life support is fluctuating oddly. Subsurface heaters are... Okay, so you're ready to take off. Let's go ahead and send you away. Subsurface heaters are all shut off at the moment. Or at least I believe they are. Hang on. Need to check a key binding real quick. Yep. Okay. So there is a way. It's not using the keys that I would have expected, but there is a way to go between buildings of the same type to make sure that they're all shut off. So subsurface heaters, I need you all on high priority, definitely. That old one, I'm okay with that being left alone. Or with just getting demolished. I don't know what words were coming out of my mouth just now. All right, so let's see. We are almost here, and these machine parts are going to be vital for getting the water production going again. We currently have no life support issues now, though. I'm not sure how that works. Moisture vaporators could also help the problem to a certain extent. I'm just watching this rocket. Everything depends on this rocket landing at the moment. There we go. Back to no life support. I wonder why it's fluctuating like that. Alright, so you're going to land right here. And actually, let's make this even easier. We're going to have you land facing those things so that the drones can literally pull the machine parts off and put them where they need to be. Critical moment here. Also, notice we don't have that much left in this water deposit. Martian patents is almost done. That'll provide us some additional monies. Beautiful. There we go. Alright, so you can see them loading this thing up. We don't want exports to come to this rocket, so I'm going to say no to that. Ditmar number 1, you just need... It looks like everything's been serviced. Well, no, there's still one that needs some love. Alright, once again, we are storing some new water, and I can make this situation a little better by adding some additional water storage. We've had some debate, by the way, in the comments as to whether I was correct that having buildings that are shut off actually prevents the flow of water. And, you know, I might not have been correct about that. That was just me trying to do all I could to ensure the survival of the colony. So we can keep talking about that. It might not actually be the case that that does anything. But, again, just doing what I could. Let's see. A couple more water towers. Eventually I'll have a big water tower, but it would be nice to have a few more. Yeah, this expanding it that far is going to give me a bit of a headache. Hang on. What if I shrink it back down? Yeah, see, that's a lot better. And is there room to have another one within its range? There is. It's a little ugly because it's not as symmetrical with the rest of this, but just want to make sure that those water tanks are not freezable. So we're doubling our storage capacity for water here, thereby allowing the colony to have more water backed up when we do run out. Alright, so with those resources being on the ground, things are hopefully going to stabilize a little bit. Let's go ahead and free up these shifts at the polymer factory, and I would like to go ahead and... Yep, I'm going to just give the order for the rest of these upgrades. I'll make those drones pretty busy for the next little while. Alright, so this rocket's on the way back, and that rocket could potentially bring me more colonists when it gets back, which could be good for my other dome. Select a sector to scan. Oh, we're done scanning. Okay, cool. Can't do deep scanning just yet. But tell you what, we do need to start scanning down here. As soon as possible, I want to go ahead and have... I want to have the a tunnel set up, probably from like right around here down to there, so that we can start exploiting the lower area for resources. Even if it just means, you know, like additional water, you know, we just want to have a nice, easy way to connect the two zones. Glad we got the machine parts situation somewhat taken care of, but we still are pretty low on them, all things considered. Let's take a look at our production. 2.4 per day, 1.1 electronics being manufactured per day here, and 5.3 polymers per day. So we still need more colonists to come down this direction, especially to live in this dome. It looks like those apartments have been built. I wouldn't have expected that. These haven't been, but the polymers are being worked on. Very good. All right, so speaking of that, let's look at a passenger rocket. Oh, we don't have nearly enough, unless we go to flaws and make some exceptions. We can allow hypochondriacs, and we'll have 12 more colonists that can come. We can allow gamblers, now that we have a casino. Let's allow gamblers. I mean, we've got to... I mean, this is a hard colony. I need to be less picky. And then... I guess I don't love the idea of allowing cowards. You know what? I'm going to keep cowards away, but we will go ahead and launch with those 20. And we'll land them here too, because we really need these spots, especially in this dome, to get filled out to where people can work the machine parts factory. All right, Martian patents. Oh, excellent. Good, good, good. So does that mean... Hang on, I've got another rocket planet side right now. You're waiting on fuel, and fuel is making its way towards this rocket, which is good to see. We still have 5 buildings not working. This security station. Oh, because we don't have any officers living here. This grocer is not working. Really? Yeah, we need more people living here. This hydroponic farm's not working. You know, those hydroponic farms are not even really needed anymore, are they? I can delete them and put something better here. I may eventually even move some stuff around so that I can have these domes connected to one another. Yeah, let me start that. I'm going to go ahead and demolish both hydroponics farms. They're not needed at this point. Ugh, that's ugly. Goodbye. I need to control click that button. That makes things a little bit easier. Oh, we're 28 minutes into the episode. Where does the time go? Seriously, where does the time go? All right, so did some work on the supply chain situation that episode. We have some more colonists on the way down to help populate this area and hopefully get our machine parts production underway. We have factory amplification started, and that's going to be huge. When that finishes, we're going to need power to support it. That's part of the reason I went ahead and queued up the upgrades for the wind turbines using what little polymer production I do have, because that will help supply the power that I need. But for now, I'll stop this episode here, and in the next one, we are going to continue making sure we can stabilize the situation here. And we also are going to need to get some more water production set up over here. Otherwise, we're going to have a big problem. This water deposit is not going to last particularly long. This one has 6,143. This one has 5,214. It's an even smaller deposit, in fact. So what we really need is to find water down here as soon as possible. And that's what I'm going to look for. Let me go ahead. Oh, that's already queued up. Nice. I didn't see the 9, but it's there. There's a 9. Can't see it. There it is. It's behind the drone hub indication. But yeah, we've got lots of work to do, and it's certainly cut out for us. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. New episodes are coming out every day at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I will see you next time.